Blueface, baby. Yeah, I'm every woman's fantasy. Mama always told me I was gonna break hearts. I can surf off stupid. Don't be mad at me. I wanna see you bust down. Bend that shit over on the deck. Yeah, make that shit clap. She threw it back, so I had to double back on the gang. Smacking high off the drug. I tried to tell myself 2 times enough. Then the nigga relapsed on the dead low. Ain't no running, Tatiana. You gon' take these damn shows, Tatiana. I beat the pussy every time it's a murder scene. Keep shit player, Tatiana, like you ain't never even heard of me. But bust down.
Hold on to your motherfucking biscuits, baby, because Team Erp, that's that fucking URPBIG. You feel me with my family? We are back. Woo, what is good? Miss this. I miss this a lot.
I miss you guys.
When was the last episode?
I don't know. I'm not here to bring up old stuff right now, Steven. I'm just trying to live in the moment because I'm happy.
Let's start over. Hi, OJ.
Just kidding. Honestly, dude, I don't recall. It's been here, let's look that up right now. Why not? Let's look that up.
Let me just
because I'm really curious when the last episode was, and let's see. The last episode was 4 months ago.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Some things never change though, and that's one thing that's never changed, and that's the freshest and bestest fucking rodents delivered to your doorstep. www.coldbloodedcafe.com. Shout out to the sponsor. Shout out for serving the whole United States with some of the best rodents you could fucking provide any of your goddamn reptiles, and you know what I mean. My snakes love the company that provides them the fatty needs in their body. Appreciate you guys. You guys been grinding. Thank you so much. Really, you guys are holding shit down, and it really means a lot. It's only not me, but everyone else. And then shout out to John and Alex over at the Sim Container crew, man. If you guys got eggs, put them inside of a Sim box. One of my favorite tables to be visiting at some of the shows I've been going to this year, hands down, is John and Alex's table at Sim Container. So hella monitor fucking game going on over there. Make sure you guys go check them out. And like I said, if you got some eggs, you put them in a Sim box. You could thank me later. And that's that. But that being said, oh, and real quick, shout out to Focus Cube Habitats. The future of enclosures are now here to Flex in Texas. If you guys want to try to get something that's more easier to move around in your snake rooms and whatnot, check out Focus Cube Habitats. And yeah, shout out to Stephen Ashley. But guys, dude, 4 months. And let me just say, Stephen, this and Desiree, but Stephen, this has been majority of your call not to be doing podcasts because of what reason?
Few reasons. I would say the primary one has just been time. I think as everybody in kind of the world, especially everyone in the U.S. is experiencing right now with the labor market being, I think, literally the worst in human history. Like,
right.
You know, we have a good team. We've been struggling to keep up. We lost a few people and weren't able to replace them. And it just, you know, it got really tough for a couple months there. And then just, I don't know, personally been like just having a rough time recently and just wasn't really feeling the whole podcast. I don't know, just that spark wasn't there, the want to do it. I was in a rut and just didn't feel like doing the podcast. I wanted to do it only if like mentally I was there. I didn't want to just be in the background. So that too, but here we are now.
And Des, how you been, Des? What's going on with you? I mean, obviously you're riding the same ship that Steven's riding here. So how's it been? Have you missed doing the podcasts at all? I know you guys just did a couple podcasts recently, but how you been, Des? Catch us up with what's going on with you.
I've been good. I had surgery on my shoulder. That's why we stopped initially, because I was totally just out in recovery. And that is going really well. I'm almost at like no restrictions, almost. And yeah, so it's been very busy. I've been putting in a lot of time here, and but it's great. We've got a lot of cool shit going on, a lot of remodeling, a lot of upgrades, just grinding.
Now, to kind of give you guys who are out there a better understanding on how busy these two have been, it's not just a podcast that they had unfortunately had to like put on hold, but even a couple shows that these two haven't been able to make it to.
We didn't do Daytona or Arlington.
Shows are their priority, and like shows are huge. Shows are huge to you guys, so I'm sure like there's a huge reason on why you guys aren't able to leave the farm, and it makes a lot of sense. But you know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm assuming a little bit, or what? I mean, what do you think, Steve?
We're getting there.
Yeah.
A lot of this has been like the build up to Tinley, making sure that everything's good for that weekend because we're doing Tinley. And then kind of after that, regrouping, figuring out what all we got going on, and hopefully get back to the normal, you know, able to do the podcast, able to go to shows, able to like breathe every now and then. So
I have an idea, and I'm not sure if you guys do this already at your guys' booth, but I'm sure it would help. But maybe having a clipboard with anyone willing to put down information who's willing to do an intern at your guys' place. Because you know, think Tinley's the hugest show of the year, right? Like,
yeah,
and that's pretty close to you guys, you would think, right? I mean, if you want to
3 hours.
Maybe there's a fucking you know, another little Alex in the hobby out there who that could, you know, because I mean, man, the thing is, it's like, I mean, how can you rely on help that's like local to you when you don't even know the person? Where it's like, it's just so hard to find somebody to look after the animals like it's their own. Like it's super, super difficult. And I'm sure you guys have gone through so many people, and I don't know. I mean, do you feel like sometimes it's better, Steven, just to fucking do all the work yourself than having to rely on a new hire? And or what do you think?
I'll answer that for you.
Go ahead, tell me, Steven.
The answer is yes. And Steven doesn't like to train people. I don't mind it. I like it. So
I could see you totally being the training side of things.
Well, I had to. I had to for the rodent business. Like that was my job. Like I was the first official employee besides Forrest. And then we hired 2 people and I had to train them. So from day one, I've trained everybody that's come through here.
Hey, before we kind of, hey, Steven, and look, and since Steven's smiling, can we say hi to the people in the comments real quick, because we have some people excited about the show.
Come on, people.
I want to say hi to the homie Jay Hendo. Jay Hendo wants to get some updates on the monitors. Yeah, we'll talk some monitors for sure. Shout out to the homie Jay Hendo. Deviant Glass. Hey, Deviant Glass, can you do me a favor? I want you to make a custom piece for my homegirl Desiree. Make her a sick ass piece for me, please. Reach out to me, and I want to get something done for her. Because she definitely needs it. She needs some good weed art up in her building.
Yeah.
Mac Lorenzo, what's up? Big homie Mac Lorenzo right here. He's a day oneer. Shout out to the homie Mac Lorenzo. Thanks for tapping in, Mac. I appreciate you. Aurora Exotics, what's up, homegirl? Glad you're here. Reptile Club got LA in the building. Woo, woo. Dude, so this guy got Corona. Explain to me how his Corona experience was, and then guess who gets Corona? Me. Fuck.
Okay.
Not fun. Are you guys both Corona-less? You guys never got it, right? Oh, you lucky bastard.
I think I got it in February before it came out back in Texas.
Right.
Yeah, we all got really sick when we were in Texas.
Right. Shout out to Jay Barber. Jay the Barber. Is he still keeping
this weekend? I need a haircut before Tinley, man. It's getting
this guy, please.
It's borderline, man. I've been meaning to text you like all week. So I hope you're still in here and hearing this. Otherwise, I sound like an idiot right now. But hit me up. We gotta figure something out. All right.
And then Jason just cleaned up Lars the other day, right?
Yeah, totally.
Since the CEO is now brought up, how's Lars doing? Can we talk about Lars? He's growing so fast. It seems like he's tolerating his haircuts like a G now. It's nothing to him. So how's he doing, guys? Kind of update me on Lars. Update us on Lars. What's going on with Lars?
He's got quite the vocabulary. He's putting like 6 words together. I mean, he says everything now. He's doing really good. He's had stitches twice. He's
wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's okay? Let's talk about it. What do you do?
Well,
Just
the first
incident.
time Steven was babysitting, and
wow.
he ran across the couch and lost his footing and nailed his under his eye on the corner of the coffee table. So we took him in for that. And then this latest one, we were at a water park and he was going up the stairs to a slide and slipped and put his teeth through the bottom lip.
Oh my God, this poor kid.
2 stitches on the inside of his lip, and that shit finally just dissolved and it's finally starting to heal. But he's got this routine down every night where when we get home, we get on this like motorized tractor from John Templeton. Thank you very much for giving that to us. And he drives it to the park. And if I don't jog, I can't keep up with him. So I get my nightly run in, and we're out till dark every night. I mean, this kid just backyard. That's the first thing he says when he wakes up. He just always wants to play.
But would you want it any other way, Des?
No, of course not. He keeps me so young and so active. Like, it's just insane.
Oh my
Work
God.
out 4 times a week to keep up with him.
He's definitely going to be accident prone like Forrest. So just prepare for a lot of
He
fucking.
already has. He doesn't have fear. He'll literally just do anything.
Yep.
I swear.
Now, let me ask you this, Des. How are you juggling as far as like, because Lars isn't quite too ready to be on the farm like a lot, right? Like meaning like in the reptile room, like he's like, because he wants to get his hands in everything right now, right? Like if he's somebody, he's like very interested in the reptile. So how are you monitoring that? Like, I mean, are you just kind of like, I'm just curious, like on how you're gonna like let him interact with certain animals, like how that's gonna run.
We did an Abronia lizard the other day where we handed it to him, and he did really good with that. And then I handed him a ball python, and he took it from me and was doing okay with it. And then he started like shaking it like it was a toy or something. So we had to cut it off there. But he walks around calling everything dinosaurs. Dundee. That's how he says dinosaur. So that's pretty cool. Are you reading right now?
No, I'm reading comments.
Oh.
Getting comments from fucking 30 feet away. I was just
right. But no, I'm excited to get him over here a lot more often so he can start getting used to everything.
All right, so let's talk about what's been new with, if you don't mind, because I kind of want to cover Cold Blooded Cafe and Reptek. So, I mean, we can talk about the rodents first, because last time we spoke, when I remember, rodent business is booming. And, obviously with you guys needing to be at the farm, I'm assuming it's still like that, right? Are you guys still cranking out fucking orders every week? Like, how's that side of the side of the things been for you guys?
It's been solid still. We're kind of gearing into that season where everyone's feeding their ball pythons 25 medium rats a week. So we've been trying to stockpile medium rats. I mean, otherwise, it is what it is. It's everyday work. It's, it's stressful, but it's consistent and it's great. And we have a good team. So
yeah, I was just gonna say that.
God bless
Amanda for sticking in with shipping.
Who's on the squad right now? Is Amanda still around?
Yeah.
Shout to Amanda. Brock, the homie Brock, right?
Yep.
Does his wife ever come through and hustle at all? Kay, right? Her name's Kay, homegirl Kay.
Yeah, she did for a little bit, but she wants to come back in October, I guess. One of her classes she'll be done with, so she might be around for that. She'll be at Tinley too.
I love them. Cute young little couple right there.
Yeah. And then we still got Nick, still got Jamie, still got Austin, who just came back from being injured. Then we have a couple of part-time people, James and John and
other John.
There's 2 Johns.
There's a lot of Johns.
2 Johns, 2 James. And then John Templeton comes up here too every once in a while to help out, and then we see Jay here and there too. So yeah, it's a pretty good team.
John J. James.
Yeah, all the Jays.
Johnny. Jesus. So it sounds like you guys have a pretty good crew then. I mean, that sounds like almost 10 people.
Yeah, it's good. For a minute it was really, really tough, and then we got these like 3 part-time people that their other like main job is rotating schedules. So their schedules are always just kind of whenever they can show up. So they'll show up and we're like, hell yeah, we got some extra help. Like that happened today. We had 2 people that weren't available. And then all of a sudden one of our part-time guys rolled in and I was like, all right, sweet. We're not that fucked. So, cause yeah, the barn is the barn.
The barn is the barn. Woo!
Barn is just cooking. I mean,
oh yeah.
A fucking rat wheel.
Say that again.
I said, talk about the rat race.
Oh yeah.
Wheel,
Literal rat race.
Literal rat race.
Man, because you gotta, we always talked about this. We'll fold around, talked about it, right? But you guys ever moving the whole operation to Texas? Do you feel like the hardest thing to move would be the rats, or would it be the reptiles? Like, what would you think the most difficult thing to move is?
Anything,
all
honestly. All
yeah.
of the above items 1 through fucking 50. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because you could do like a fucking mass kill off and just keep certain ratio of breeders and pack them into conics, and then you're starting over.
There's probably a way to do it, but
yeah.
But that would probably slow a lot of your guys' production down by a shit ton, right? Like that, you guys would probably have to like pause for a little bit or some shit.
We would need a really good back stock of product to do that. So
that's why it's not that easy.
No, it would be like a multiple year process.
Mm-hmm.
Because, dude, I mean, just like Socrates in Florida, I don't like Florida. I don't like Indianapolis. I don't. And maybe it's because the La Quinta experiences I had at both of them. I can't tell you. But what I can tell you, I can tell you, I could bitch all I want, and I'm still going to go to Indianapolis because you guys are there. I don't care. I will still go there no matter what. But just to think of the manpower and help you would have in a place like Texas.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Desiree, I'm talking about you flying every weekend somewhere. Like, you are gone.
Trust me, I don't like being here. It's shitty fucking.
I know you don't like being here.
Bad reminders.
I saw how happy you were here in San Diego. So Steven. Steven was not Reptile Steven. He was vacation.
Yeah, I know, right?
It was amazing. It was like he was smiling the whole time. I was like, what the?
I'm just kidding. Come here.
What'd you say?
Don't be mad. I said he's a person.
He is a person. Yeah, he's
a robot when he's here. Look at that face. That is Terminator mechanical. Steven, just doof. Like,
Now, Steven, if I'm not mistaken, like, I mean, shit. I don't expect you to know the exact numbers, but maybe you round it off. How many snakes have you added since 4 months ago, if you could recall?
Oh man. Oh god, that's a good question. I'm gonna go with.
How about this? How many venomous? Let's just talk about the venomous. How many venomous have you added? Okay, keep in mind, 4 months ago you had no venomous. You had no venomous 4 months ago.
Yeah, we had it.
Or you had the 2. You had the 2.
10.
Oh, you did? I thought you.
So by your estimate, we at least had like 15, maybe more, because we had all the beaded lizards at that point, which is 7 beaded lizards. We probably had closer to 20. So.
The now.
I think we counted like 35 venomous or something like that.
Oh, doubled. We doubled in 4 months.
But total animals over the last 4 months, probably like 50.
100? No. That one group alone was 45.
No, it was not.
But what I want to know is like I have an idea what the reasoning is, but
25. Okay.
But to jump up to that many venomous, what's the reasoning behind that? Like, what's the end goal for you guys with that? Like, let's talk about why. What's the motivation behind adding these venomous?
Got bit by a bug, the venomous bug.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, yes, pretty much. You are.
I told you guys.
Boxing me out of this.
I told you guys.
Yeah,
night. I'm ready to go.
She's kicking goals all night.
Nothing on right now. Just water.
Well, the venomous thing. So I've always been just obsessed with venomous snakes. In my previous job, I was around them constantly. And
Nikki. True. True that, girl.
We
True
do
that.
have empty space. And after leaving there, I missed them. No two ways about it. And then we got our first Boega like a little over a year and a half ago. And then just got hooked on those. Got the first rattlesnakes, got some more beadeds, and then it just
Spiral.
It took off. You know, I love doing the enclosures that we do for them. Get them set up nice to where we really don't have to mess with them. We just kind of clean around them, feed them, maybe remove them from the enclosure quarterly at most. You know, just have it be like our little Montaigne Zoo exhibit hall in there. You know, we did up the Abronia cages a bit more and just organized everything, changed the racking in there from the wooden racks to the like black metal racks that save space, look better, and kind of like pull your eye into the enclosure as opposed to looking at the kind of janky wooden rack. And I mean, is what it is. But you know,
but none of that stuff is going to have any kind of breeding projects behind it or anything, correct?
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yes, it will.
Hell yeah!
Oh, fuck yeah!
Absolutely. Yeah, this will be our first year. So right now, our black beaded lizards are paired up. Not sure if they're going to go this year or not. From people I've talked to, if they don't go through a proper cool down, you're not super likely to get offspring, and they weren't put through a proper cool down.
Yeah, that brumation is crucial.
So maybe you know, this come November we'll put them down, and hopefully next year will give us a good shot. If nothing happens this year, we still have about another month to go.
Right. That's cool.
And then we have 3 pairs of rattlesnakes to breed this year, and then the pair of the Honda and palm vipers to try as well. So we got some venomous projects working, but like I doubt we'll publicly sell any venomous reptiles.
I was gonna say,
kind of sell them behind closed doors to people that we know and trust, and otherwise probably just wholesale them to people we know and trust, have a market or like a network of people that they sell to. So I definitely don't want to be in the business of selling venomous snakes. Sounds like a fucking nightmare, but some people do it well, and I'll let them do it.
Now I hear from other breeders who are in the venomous breeding community that like venomous customers are fucking whack and weird as fuck, bro. Like I hear like you're dipping in, like you get the most wildest requests, like I don't know. And somebody he gave me the heads up because I work with Beaded. He's like, hey man, just so you know, when people know that you have venomous shit, you don't understand what kind of people it brings out. I'm like, what? Really? So I'm like, but I don't ever sell. I'm not ever planning on being a beaded lizard seller at all or sell anything venomous. But have you heard of anything like that? I mean, venomous.
Oh yeah, that shit's been around forever.
Yeah.
There's a phrase called VC. It means venomous creeps.
I could see that.
I met. Oh god, what the hell is his fucking name? He's a
Florida
guy though. He's a Florida guy, and he had all these illegal hots everywhere, and like guns and drugs, and it was a fucking trap house of cobras and guns and just chaos.
in Florida.
Yes, in Florida.
And you knew him.
I knew him. Yeah, I just can't remember his name. It's blanking right now, but I probably shouldn't say it anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Florida's where all the fucking crazies are. No offense, Florida people.
No offense. I don't give a fuck.
My
Florida's
own
nuts.
Experience.
Florida. I fuck with Florida people, like, you know, the ones I know. Like, there's sick ass keepers in Florida for sure, 100%. But Florida, a state as itself, like, I give it to you, man. To live in Florida, like, you have to be a certain person. Like, you have to be a certain.
I lived there on 3 different.
Live in Florida, like, bro, just to visit there and be like, I'm coming back here. You have to be a certain person. And the thing is, because like people don't understand how good they have it until they go to Florida, and they see some shit in the streets and some guy eating a fucking shopping cart with his teeth, and it's like ripping metal, and like seeing shit like that. Like, you don't understand. Like, that's reality in Florida. Like, there's shit you see in Florida that you would only see in a movie, a video game like Grand Theft Auto, to be exact. I'm just saying, dude, it's a living video game down there. It's fucking nuts. And if you don't believe me, just flip on the news while you're down there. They put everything out there. Everything out there. It's fucking nuts.
There's a reason why the term Florida man exists, because it's fucking real. If you're in Florida, you are Florida man doing Florida man shit. You know?
Yeah, it's
like
just,
that video you sent me of the dude catching the alligator. It's like, that's
I
Florida
was just gonna
shit.
bring up some kind of gator story. Exactly.
Florida man.
Fuck.
But I give it to him. That's just New York. There's New York people. There's just like people of that, and when it comes to wildlife type shit, like, and you add that, because I'll tell you what, Texas is my ideal reptile. Like, if I had all these animals and shit was hitting the fan, and I was like, all right, you have two places to move, either Texas or Florida with all these animals. I am for sure going to Texas, 110%.
The main reason why I would never want to live in Florida, you can't keep scrub pythons in Florida
without a permit.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
You can't get a permit. They're prohibited. They're not conditional. They're prohibited.
Yeah, hard pass. See, there you go.
Texas is scrub friendly.
Texas is everything friendly.
Texas is everything friendly minus COVID friendly. They're not COVID. COVID doesn't live there apparently, even though I came back from Arlington with COVID. It could have been from the airport, but I'm just saying they're pretty sorry about.
Man, it's a cesspool for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, well, listen, I'm excited for your guys' Venomous venture. I'll tell you that much. I mean, do you have any plans to add like another group anytime soon? Are you content with what you guys have, or what's going on with the additions to any more Venomous?
We have a couple more coming. I think 3 pairs still to come that we've they've been coming. But after that, it's just kind of like slowing down, and just as things happen as they happen. When we decide to stop, it doesn't work.
Yeah, we always say that.
Exactly. You guys do always say that. You've been saying this for a long time too. Like, it's fucking a record.
You know what, people? Stop just sending us fucking messages with amazing animals and good deals, okay? I'm tired of it.
You can't blame them.
They seek us out, and they fucking send.
They're not hard to seek out.
I'm trying to stay low key as fuck, okay? I haven't even been on my own podcast in 4 months. Okay.
I'm just saying though, to get your attention, show you guys some rare shit, and you guys will respond. Oh, and 100% you'll respond.
Oh, fuck. That's what happened. Steven's like, guess what I got offered today? I'm like, tell me. Okay, yeah, let's do it. And then we did it. So there's that.
But okay, before we get off the subject of Venomous, there's so many levels of Venomous keeping. Like, are you trying to be all around the board with your Venomous, or are you just gonna stay like Montanish, like stick to the smaller ones? Because you could go big Venomous, bro. You guys could get scrub sized Venomous snakes if you want.
No, I'm a mom, man.
Nope.
I gotta be responsible. I handled my first 3-foot rattlesnake today in like 10 years, so that was pretty cool.
How many hooks did you use? 2?
1. Right? Didn't I only use 1?
For the most part, you were just using single.
I'm just
I tailed it with it on the hook.
And you have the Venomous. I know you already said this. I'm pretty sure. The Venomous is completely separate from what you have in the main room, because Venomous is with the cooler stuff. It's with your Abronia.
Right.
Beaded lizards in here. That's it.
Beaded lizards.
Yeah. And the Boyga.
Let's talk about your beadeds real quick, because I know we touched on it, but like with their ambient heating and stuff like that, that's not too cool to be in the 70s like that. Like I could have sworn they needed hotter weather.
That's where they're from.
Okay.
The Alvarezi, they come from like a volcanic region that's higher elevation, and
okay, cool. So those are different from mine then, right?
Yeah, so yeah,
locality wise,
the exasperatum and the horridum are not quite as high elevation as the Alvarezi, and I think Charles Bogardi are a little bit higher up too, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know enough about Charles Bogardi, but I mean, obviously they all can take the cooler temperatures. They all, they need brumation, but to me, I'm like, I just want to try them in there. I just think, for one, it would be super cool just to have cool, like a display of beaded lizards amongst the Abronia and the rattlesnakes and whatnot. And we'll be able to brewmate them in place over the winter, just kind of cut the heat and the light and just leave them in their cages, bring them up in place. So
yeah,
nice. I would say that's probably been
them in there anyway. The beadeds and the Gilas. So what's the difference? They're in a cage versus the tub.
right.
That's been pretty a big focus is project wise for you guys that Montane room for a while, huh? Like you guys been like constantly just like, you know, moving stuff around and then like, you know, like, you know, with the way Stevens and his crew's been decking out the enclosures, I would say that's the biggest draw. That's the biggest thing, like fresh of breath air when I walk into that room is seeing those enclosure setups. Like those are so sick.
Yeah.
And when you turn the light on, they come out to bask. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. It looks so good right
and that's
now.
what's like, what, you know, has gotten me even more hooked on them too, is they move around so much that like you wouldn't think of a rattlesnake as something that climbs. They climb like crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, setting up an enclosures that have like different levels to it and branches that they can get their weight on, and you know, they're all over the place. Fresh breath there. They're awesome. They're just, you know, you don't even need to be hands-on interacting with them to appreciate them and enjoy them. You can just literally stand there, stare at them, and they will just entertain you. It's like literally like a little slice of Mexico. Sitting in that.
Little slice of Andrew.
That would be a slice of
homie?
Honduras. But which, you know, we have this March eye, so.
Can you believe we're all going to be together in Tinley soon? Like next week, we're all going to be hanging out. Thank God, finally.
Oh,
It'll be a fresh of breath air.
It's going to be a fresh Amex. Even though there's really nothing fresh at Amex other than the beans.
Dude, remember those fat burritos we had in San Diego?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
I need you guys for another week for sure. There's so much more food places we need to hit. I didn't really knock it out of the park with Lou and Mickey's with Steven. He was not impressed with the
Is that the steakhouse?
Yeah, the steakhouse
That I
was fun.
literally like totally fucking gone for because I
passed out.
Because I'd been puking all day.
Yeah, you passed out at dinner. You did eat. You ate. You ate it. You enjoyed it though.
I remember the beginning, just not the end. And I remember the fake birthday we did for Steven, and we sang to him and got some dessert. Everyone thought it was his birthday too.
That was a good time.
Online.
I think you faked out, between you and Des, you faked out Calvin like 5 times that it was my birthday that one. I'm like, Calvin, it's not my birthday yet. Hold on.
Shout out to the homie Calvin. You look. And then he got all excited because I told him you just turned 18, and so he thought he had like another 18-year-old homie.
Yeah.
He's like, really? He's 18? I was like, no, he's not 18, bro. Knock it off. He's like,
I'm not that far. It's just a few years, you know. I was 18 not that long ago. Like,
yeah, dude. Okay, when do you turn 21? July, right? Obviously, it's
when
21.
He is 21.
I just turned 21.
Wait, you're already 21?
He's a fresh 21.
I thought we were supposed to go to Vegas and shit. Whatever happened to that?
Yeah, he wouldn't let me. I tried to plan that trip, and he said, I don't.
Dude, that needs to happen.
That
needs to happen.
I want to work. What he said.
That needs to happen. That's going down, Steven.
Okay,
You're not
I'll
going
just
away.
book it.
Yeah,
Yes, birthday's the end of next month.
Let's at Tinley. Let's talk about some dates and let's see what because I got fucking mad hookups in Vegas, so we're gonna do this. I'm telling you, we're gonna do this.
Hookups, like I'm
Yes.
talking like hot tubs in our room off the balcony
Hookups.
at the. Okay, I'll
I'm
call
talking about fucking scrubs in the room waiting for him when he rolls up.
Fuck. All right, I'm down. You sold me.
First thing he's gonna say is, "Who'd you get this from? Who are these from?"
Right, like,
Imagine just start looking. What do you want for this? All right, so scrubs. We're talking about the scrubs, man. I mean, if we were talking about how insanely cool it is that you add so many hots to your collection, it's insanely cool you added a lot of scrubs to your collection because you're sitting at a good pile of scrubs. Am I right, Steven?
Yeah, we got quite the scrub pile.
And
we have an entire building now called the Scrub House.
That we do.
That's just what it is.
If it's not a scrub, it's not allowed in there.
Yeah, an entire house.
You just did you did briefly a story on your Instagram, Steven. You kind of showed all the enclosures that are already set in there and whatnot. How many enclosures are in there?
Yeah, how many are in there?
So actually, I counted it earlier.
Of course you did. He's a numbers guy.
Yeah, he is.
So we moved in the final enclosure into the bigger room. So there's 2 rooms in the scrub house, bigger and small room. The bigger room, we moved the last cage, and that room has 31 cages.
Adult cages.
For the most part.
3 cages are juvenile. The rest of them are adult cages. Yeah.
Jeez.
And then the other side, the smaller room has what? 6, 12, like 25 cages. There's some smaller ones, some adults and some juveniles, and then a few racks in there with some yearlings, year-olds.
And that is a total of how many individual scrubs?
He said, and a few racks.
So the exact count is not known at the moment, but it's somewhere around 100.
Oh,
damn, bro!
baby.
Biggest collection in the United States has to be. Has to be.
Probably, unless someone's hiding a big scrub collection somewhere, more than likely, yeah.
Even if they do, I mean, anyone who has a remotely as big as a collection like that does not have the shit that you have. I mean, I'm not just tooting your own horn. I'm just saying, but you have some really selective shit.
We do have some really phenomenal animals. We've gotten super lucky to have been offered the animals we have, and a combination of kind of stuff that I've been acquiring over the last 5 years, and then since I've been here, what stuff we've gotten, like the Arus and whatnot, and then over the last year we acquired a lot more scrubs, and here we are now. So,
damn, man.
Yeah.
Go Moluccans!
You've had 2 clutches this year so far, or 1 clutch so far?
Just the one. It was the same female that went last year, and the clutch was not nearly as strong. She's definitely getting this year completely off. And at this point, really, it looks like there's probably 1 egg that's going to make it the distance, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, if we get even 1 baby scrub this year, just to back-to-back years, I will be thrilled. Come next year, I can't imagine us not getting, like, statistically, it would be difficult for us not to produce scrubs this coming year. Because I think we have 16 females we're breeding this year.
16 scrub females.
Yeah.
Big bitches.
Damn. That is going to be insane. Now, okay. How are you labeling these projects? By localities, by like how are you going to do this? Like when it comes
some by locality, others by just kind of like phenotype or cool stuff we want to do. So, you know, any Southerns, Marukis, obviously they're going to be bred to other Marukis. The Moluccans, obviously Moluccans, Halmaheras. With the Barnecks, there's a couple projects we can pretty certainly say we can keep locality specific. Others, I really have no confidence at all that we could accurately say that. But I think, you know, with some of it, it's more like breeding for phenotype. We have a female that is a proven breeder who's like, she's super dark. At certain times, she almost looks solid black. Mm-hmm. And out in quarantine, we have a male. He's probably about 6.5 foot now, who is also super dark. So that's like probably in the top 2-3 most exciting Barneck potential pairs this year would be going for the really, really melanistic Barneck. And then another pair that is probably the most exciting one. We acquired an adult pair of animals that are likely the Kofiau locality type. My recent, Jake just asked the question. The biggest scrub we have it's the male Kofiau. He's about 15 feet long, maybe a little pushing 15. Definitely not less than 15. He's freaking massive. He's like a female Reptek.
Bigger than the Aru?
significantly.
Yeah.
Significantly bigger.
Wow, because the R is really big too.
He's the snake that he updated his Facebook profile photo with. It's massive.
Yeah, he's a big guy. We're actually.
I took the photos too, by the way.
Well, who else is gonna take the photo?
Exactly.
But
I wouldn't let anyone take a photo of me unless it's Des over there. She's like she knows what she's doing with the pics.
But the female Kofiao, after having her for a little while now, she's different. We don't have like collection data on any scrubs necessarily in captivity, and if we do, there he
boys.
Is. So he is huge. A mammoth rat would not leave a dent in him, or not leave a bulge in him. But that's going to be like the really, really exciting player. So fingers crossed on that one. And then what we got? What? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have like 7 other female barnecks, I think, that are of size. So
okay,
barneck should be a thing this year. And for anyone watching, obviously we're at the point now where we can't hoard scrub pythons. We're obviously going to be selling them. We have started like a wait list essentially for the scrub pythons, to where if we offer any, the wait list would know about it first before it gets posted up publicly on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. So anyone who wants to be on that list, there's really no requirements. It's just you're a person to contact before it goes public. Just hit me up.
I heard there's a list before the wait list, according to Desiree. She told me. And
there's always
that's a Patreon list.
Join the Patreon.
There's always a list.
Patreon's before the list, so
Which we will touch more on why people should start joining the Patreon, because we're going to start something completely new and awesome with the Patreon page. But we'll talk about that towards the end of the episode. But Steven, with your barnecks, that's going to be primarily the locality that you're going to be breeding for the most part, right? Like a lot of your stuff that you have are like different type of barnecks, right?
The scrub collection is more than half barnecks. We got a good amount of Marukis/Southerns, and then the one with the lightest on are the Halmaheras. We have 2 pairs, and then the Moluccans, we got 7 of those. Highlands, we're up to like 6, 7. So, and then barnecks is like 60. So,
sheesh.
Crazy.
And most of them are small. So.
Because and then you have also the 2 handful.
R's as well.
11.
5 R's.
Right.
6 R's.
7 R's. 8 R's.
Who's counting?
So I cut you off. R's. What were you saying?
What's your limit with the scrubs, though, man? Are you just gonna be on a constant scrub takeover? Like, if somebody has a sick collection and they're over it, are you just gonna every collection?
This is a lot of work.
Only the real rare one that just pops out every now and then.
At this point, for us to get more scrubs, it would have to be like really nice orange Highlands, Oxavilles, whatever you want to say, that fit the ratio we have. So primarily at this point, females, captive bred Halmaheras, female Clastolepis, and like a barneck that I could say is cooler than the 60 barnecks we have. So
right.
Wamina, if anyone out there has a sub-adult to adult female Wamina, we do need an adult female Wamina.
Damn, I had a sick ass female that I got rid of like 3 years ago, like a really nice fucking Wamina, and I just didn't like it because it wasn't a barneck. I love barnecks,
Yeah. We've had some bad luck with Waminas where we're just down to one individual now. It's a beautiful adult male, probably the nicest looking Wamina I've ever seen. He's about 9 foot and just like orange and beautiful. be a real shame just to have them stay here. So we definitely need to find an adult female Wamina, but like 2 pairs of those would be it. And we need tandem bars.
Just two.
Damn, tandem bars are sick. Those aren't. You don't see those a lot though, right?
Not a ton anymore, and I find it weird. I've been doing the scrubs for 5 years now. I've never owned a tandem bar. We're like a year before I got into them, like probably 2014, 15. They were everywhere. Fucking everywhere. They were always being imported, and then for whatever reason, it just kind of stopped, and now you don't see a whole lot of tandem bars anymore. So,
but I mean, those are the ones on your list. If you did, we're gonna add, it would be a sub-adult female Wamina or the tandem bars.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then Biak as well. That's like the locality type that I've been like chasing without avail for the entire time I've been into scrubs. We have a female now, a lone female, and she's fucking wonderful. But don't have a male. Have a friend with a male who's younger, but still need a male. There's definitely a few scrubs that are like totally still looking for scrubs, but not looking for like, I mean, damn near where if we buy a scrub, we sell a scrub. Like it's a full building. It's a lot of work. And if the collection got too much bigger, it wouldn't be fun anymore, I think. So.
Yeah, I mean, if it's one thing I'm starting to realize that's picking up popularity are people wanting scrubs, So what are some advice to anyone out there who's kind of who has the scrub bite and wants to add all these scrubs and babies and shit? I
mean, honestly, I think they're not a snake for somebody who hasn't kept pythons before. Shout out to Shane Adamson in the comments. He produced Halmaheras this year. I've already asked him about
what?
That he ain't keeping it. He's keeping them all.
Damn, Shane's in the building. What is good, Shane?
So yeah, I mean that's
super sick.
Third person / organization in the country to produce them. So I mean that was a phenomenal accomplishment. But anyway, so scrubs, they have the worst reputation of any snake. I don't get it. I was thinking about it the other day.
Look kind of mean sometimes.
They're definitely they're
confident. They're super confident, and they're not a pussy ass snake. Like they have that look in your eyes. That's like what? They're like
they have this look.
I have right here sitting next to me, and Steven's seen this one of my bigger Barnecks who just look like she wants to fuck you up every single time, but she doesn't.
She was a bit of a pistol.
No, that's the one that was the one straight ahead that beat Garrett. That's the one who bit Garrett. Remember, I had another one. I had the one I had the Jayapura one. The Jayapura. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. You can reach right in and grab her.
The darker one is I hooked it out with the stick, and once she was out, she was all right. But she was
all right.
She was giving us a hard time.
At the end of the day, too, their adult bites mean fucking business. Like they hurt like that. You're gonna be hurting with the big.
Oh sure, but I mean, I think there's a few reasons why scrubs have this kind of reputation. One, it's definitely deserved to where they're extremely confident. They don't really like back down from anything. They don't really know fear, I guess. And their strikes are incredibly accurate. They can hit you from a lot of different angles.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
from far too. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it though in the scrub house, as we're calling it. We've had animals in there for close to a year. No one's taken a bite in there yet.
Oh, great!
There's not been a bite in that building.
We only had 2 scrub bites ever. Like you had that one on your hand.
I think I've been.
I got one little one that didn't hold.
I mean, and it's really all in the way you handle them. I feel like at some point I should make a video because right. I didn't really.
This is how you handle them. You get multiple big ones, right? And you got.
I mean, that's one way you can do it. I got the one that I trust with my life, and the one that at the time didn't trust quite as much. But
I love that.
It definitely turns into something that you just have confidence after a while working with them, and you just gotta respect that they can fuck you up at any point in time.
Yeah, like to me, now doing like the venomous stuff, scrubs are what trained me to handle venomous snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I don't say this to be like arrogant or whatever, but I do legitimately feel with the amount of time I've had with scrub pythons, I'd feel comfortable handling almost any snake in the world. Probably like a taipan or a mamba. Other than that, I'd probably feel comfortable with almost any snake that I could keep myself and the animal safe. Just because you learn how to read snakes, because once you understand the few visual cues that they give you and the few things that piss them off, you can handle damn near any snake. It's just like stay behind them, let them go up. That doesn't apply to every snake. It applies to basically anything that's semi-arboreal to arboreal. Don't grab them.
Yeah.
And,
Be the
I always do. I be the tree. Like I'm like this. Be the tree. I'm like this. I'm always cusping. I'm never fucking like.
Yeah.
And even when I hand a snake over to somebody and I see that they're like this, I'm going, no, please don't grab like that. Like just grab like this. I'm telling you, you're better off just going like this. Just be a branch. Be a branch.
I've kind of like been able to put into words better some of these things after training Des or Alex or Brock on how to handle these animals. Another big one is if you're using a hook, keep the hook higher than the hand holding the animal. Right. If you're like this, they turn on you right away because they're trying to get to the higher ground.
Right.
That's where they feel comfortable.
The scrub turn.
And then the scrub spin.
Scrub spin. You want to know one thing that scrubs do and white lips do and even apadoras and whatnot, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about here because I can never see it coming, but it could go from being chill to the fucking lunge that just like all of a sudden just like wants to jump out of your arms. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you have a snake and everything, you're just talking, having a good time, and then it just goes, and like it's like trying to jump onto something. Like, that shit right there always makes me fucking freak out because it's like you always feel like, is it gonna bite me? But it's literally just trying to lunge. Like maybe because I'm next to the fence. I'm sure it sees the fence. I don't fucking know.
We got Patrick over here, slandering us in the comments. I don't really. And then Andrew agreeing with him.
What's he saying? We can't hoard scrub pythons. What the fuck are we even talking about? Yeah, you're not Steven then. Steven hoards like a motherfucker.
I'm trying.
Oh
okay?
my god.
I'm trying. It's a condition, but fucking Patrick, he's taking the episode over. Just call in already, God.
Yeah, bro.
Join the Patreon, Patrick. Stop fucking around, okay? If you want on the list, join the Patreon.
But honestly, I think at this point, personally, I'll just say for me, I've worked with close to probably 40 scrubs from neonates or from like a year old.
Okay.
Out of every one of those animals, only 2 are mean sometimes. The rest of them I can handle and clean their tub and not have any sort of concern. All the babies from last year's clutch.
They're trained.
I mean, I show people like we take the tub, I grab them like this, and they don't give a fuck.
I'm not even afraid of them anymore.
Saying a lot.
Good job, Des.
Yeah.
So I think
they're scary sometimes.
Let's go back, homie Mac. Big interests me. Back in MoreliaPythons.com days, I read an article. Oh wait, what?
An anecdotal report of an 18. So Mac, that's super interesting. The female that we have, she's like probably 7 or 8 years old, and she can't be more than 6 foot. So that's super interesting. Which kind of like on that, I've been thinking about it. It was almost a little bit confusing. Biak chondros are like the biggest chondros that have that island giganticism going on. Where I've from what I had experienced and heard from people, Biaks are some of the smallest scrubs. But hearing that, it said it's an anecdotal report, but that's It's very intriguing. I'd like to. I mean, I bet that post isn't there anymore. I'd love to see that though. Beox are definitely like the mystery of the scrub python complex. They're super different and weird. But kind of what I was saying. Yeah.
About the babies being smart.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, I think once the time comes where we're producing a good amount of babies, I'd love to be able to have like 5 clutches a year. I think we have enough animals to totally do that. And now we have an entire building that we can dial in and cycle for scrub python specific breeding. So, and I think, I don't see a world where scrub pythons don't go the way of retics, where early on it was they're mean, they're awful, and then come captive babies a few generations in, that's not really a conversation anymore. To me, I don't really see why somebody would. Calvin, I did not say you have to work the rats. You are Captain.
No, he does have to work the rats. I'm saying he has to. Desiree, make sure he works the rats. This guy right here, Calvin Garcia, make sure he works the rats with his boots on.
I will.
I didn't.
Yeah. You can thank me later, Calvin. Thank me later, buddy.
I'll enforce it though.
Yeah.
I feel like if anyone gets a baby that we've produced or raised or whatever, I'd like to confidently be like, this is an animal that is relatively easy to work with, just on like a handling husbandry perspective, because I think that's the main drawback for people. People see scrubs, not just from us. There's a good amount of people who've been posting a lot about their scrub pythons. They're getting popularity for good reason. I think as many people should have.
Oh snap! Look who's in the building, Warren.
I missed you at Arlington.
We did. Hey, dude, we had a moment. Me and Warren had a couple moments at the bar on how we missed you two a lot. So
I know. Did he cry again?
That's not happening next time. No, he didn't cry. He did make fun of me. He said I was limping for attention. I was like, he's like, you son of a bitch. He's like, and bro, I'm talking about like he was yelling from across the lobby. Like I'm like literally hurting. He's like, stop limping. You're not hurt. I'm like, dude, son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Oh, it's awesome.
I love you, Warren. That's my boy.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That was the thing I missed about Arlington the most, honestly.
I know.
Was Warren at the bar
Oh
afterwards.
shit.
I couldn't sleep that night. I was just crying.
Drunky the fuck clown.
Damn.
Hey, okay, listen.
I'm not even gonna go down that road because it was a wild time.
Steven, when it comes to like people getting more interested in scrubs, I'm thinking like down the road, right? And people start collecting them and raising them. Do you feel like raising them was easy for you as far as after they got out of the egg? Do you feel like you struggled getting them to eat it all? Like, do you feel like that part's going to be a smooth ride for most people, or do you feel like this is going to be like a chondro thing?
No, God, no. They're not nearly chondros. The clutch last year, they all got on food relatively quick. I think like half of them went first try. Some preferred hopper mice, some preferred pinky rats, some preferred ASFs. And then at this point, only one baby is still ASF in it, where the rest of them are on, pre-killed pup rats or fuzzy rats.
ASF, man. I like that.
I like that.
And it's the smallest baby too. Literally, one of the siblings that's right underneath it is like 4 times its size. It's crazy to look at them next to each other. The one thing about scrubs, in particular babies, they don't do well with dampness. If it gets wet and stagnant, they get blisters, they get skin lesions.
Like Bullens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with Bullens.
Not a genus. They're moisture sensitive.
Crazy. But they need moisture.
I mean, yeah, they need ambient humidity the same way.
Crazy.
Like, don't get your cocoa chip too wet.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way I see it, if they have a water bowl that just has clean water in it like any other snake, and they're not having shedding issues, I wouldn't even slightly worry about humidity with scrub pythons.
Would you put moss in there too? Sphagnum moss?
Then It can't hurt if it didn't get too damp, but
right.
It was just, cocoa chip.
So
like a ball python,
So ball python, right? Like theoretically 3-4 meals is the average, they eat ready to go, right? Is it going to be like that with scrubs, you think? Like you feel like, are you like, do you feel confident letting a scrub go after a handful of meals, or you're going to do like 20, 30 meals?
He's going to hoard that shit till he's like, okay, this one's not as pretty.
It's like, hold on, I need to count.
For sale.
So if this thing has over 1,100 stripes, I'm keeping it.
He's going to raise them for a year or two before he decides, I bet.
Uh-oh, what is it? Okay, let's put it up. Kush would have creamed his pants at the ones that Nick, Ryan, and I pulled out of the jar at Bishop Museums, New Ireland.
Ooh,
super tiny and yet post egg laying. Respect. Whatever he's talking about, fucking.
I want to know more.
I feel like he's talking about specimen, like.
Yeah.
Isn't he talking
he's
about?
Talking about specimens.
Yeah.
And
what specimens? Scrub specimens?
Yeah, like deceased.
That kind of weird shit.
To know more about what Warren just said.
What a little tease.
I know.
God, he is creaming over here.
Weird.
No comment.
Pre-cum.
Okay.
Yeah, Des.
Okay. We may have fucking kids watching, potentially.
They don't know what that shit means.
Calvin has no idea what that means. Poor kid.
Calvin, don't worry about that. You're not there yet.
Well, anyway, what were we talking about?
Oh my God. You
better
be. Calvin, you better be, motherfucker. If not, we're going to talk.
Our podcast now. That's why it's called Unfiltered.
You're going to get an email from Bob Smith.
I don't have filters anymore. They don't exist.
Have you got any recent Bob Smith emails? Just curious. Have you checked?
I'm not allowed to do customer service anymore. So
are you done? You out that department? Who took over?
I'm out. Amanda does it all now. She messages me stuff all the time, and I tell her what to say, but I'm like, be nicer about it, because Is she
pretty nice? Is she pretty nice with the responses?
Most of the time, yeah. She has to bite her tongue too, because there's some fucking. God, there's some special people out there.
Oh, for sure. I can only imagine.
We had this wonderful customer last week who was complaining that their rodents weighed the proper amount, were fresh and frozen and all of that, but they were too long.
Yeah, that. They were not within the length that we posted online. So
the estimate
they were a few centimeters too long, so that snake could just not eat it. That tail. Should I just cut it down to where you want it? Fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck do you want? Like, what do you need? Chop that and fucking here.
I
used to give her a bag back with the chopped tails.
To baby corn snakes when they wouldn't eat. Just shove it down the mouth.
Right. Well, like I said, there's always going to be that one person no matter what. So.
Oh yeah, weekly.
Sometimes weekly.
Multiple times a week. Yeah.
Now, I mean, like, goddamn, I can understand with the rodents, but like, you kind of get that shit with selling reptiles too, no? You still get those weirdos.
Oh,
yeah, of course.
That's not your Lily, but hi, Lily.
She's class over Lily, but anyways, what are we talking about?
Of course, but like,
Oh, we had those Warren Chondro people.
Oh yeah, I don't even want to talk about that one. That was fucking brutal. It's a different game when you're selling live animals because there's more at stake. Obviously rodents aren't disposable, but it's food. It's a commodity. It's people tend to be more like perfectionists about it because they can get they can try to trick their way into getting their money back or this or that or something else, but I don't know. Rodent customers can get irritating, but for considering how many people do buy rodents from us, and don't take that for granted. Super grateful for the ones who are like those dickhead emailers. They're far outweighed by the people who are great to us.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I think we can all have a laugh at their expense every now and then. So. I think someone had to buy
sends me screenshots.
Someone bought a scale last week to like weigh
Oh,
out
yeah.
every mouse in the bag of 50.
No, there was the scale that was from like the 1900s.
Yeah, it was like one of them like
Oh my god! So they're like writing it down. They're writing down. What,
it was a half a gram off.
Damn, bro! They're treating this shit like it's straight cocaine or something.
Yeah,
like,
no, we will get someone that will send us 25 photos of every single rodent in that bag and their weight. And if they're off by a gram or two, yeah, they're bitching.
And then it like
a lot of refunds.
And normally in that situation, do you ask what do you want, or do you just give them a credit, or what? Or you just
yeah.
Like,
I mean, if it's an instance where like they're just
Lily in the building.
Well, there's my wife. My wife.
Hey.
Wife in the building. She'll be with me next week.
I know. I'm so
believe
excited.
it. I don't know how long she'll be hanging out the show, but she'll be there.
What was I fucking saying?
You're talking about rats.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
If someone's complaining and like
Right.
they're quite clearly really fucking reaching at something, then no, we don't just like throw people money because they're
We have policies. Like,
I mean, you know, and shit happens, and especially with COVID, shipping has been awful.
Mm-hmm.
UPS, I mean, all things considered, they've done better than other shipping providers. I think, like, I saw something the other day of another feeder company who primarily uses FedEx. They said they had like a 25% failure rate this summer.
Damn.
I mean, like, that is
5%. That's a lot.
That would be insane. I mean, I think UPS is like under 5, which, you know, still is not great, but it could be 25.
25 is a lot, bro. That's a gamble and a half. That's like, so you mean there's a 25% chance that this shit's not going to make it?
I mean, there's a 25% chance that you have to fully refund the customer, take the loss on all the packing materials and the labor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
that, you know, that could put some companies out of business. 25% could be their margin that they trade on to survive. Like, you know, or even fucking more than what they're profiting. And it's just incredible to me that these fucking shipping companies, they just don't give a fuck about their customers.
Especially when it's like frozen stuff, because like Freight will call me and be like, "Yo, I want to schedule a delivery for Monday." I'm like, "No, homie, it's a 2-day shipment. That shit's frozen. It needs to be there tomorrow, not Monday, tomorrow." And we're like on Wednesday, you know, and they'll do that. They'll like call you for scheduling a delivery like 4 or 5 days out. No.
I think there was only one time, and I don't know what it was. It was something where like shit hit the fan, shipping all over the place. And I got a box that was like over a week late.
Oh, yeah.
I felt so bad. The guy was walking up the driveway, and I was like, I don't want that. And he was like, okay. And it was like literally dripping on the. Oh man, it was pretty nasty.
And we were sending some stuff to Andrew, and UPS fucked it up 2 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, the weather will get you because, you know, it's
Andrew's
like
order?
a truck broke down or whatever, but weather is fucks you.
So that's why
they just won't go. They just won't go out for delivery.
I mean, certain locations too. They just like they're not quite so customer friendly. You get lucky, you get unlucky. It's just. I mean, it's part of the game that is unavoidable. So.
Yeah. If we could go ahead and kind of talk about like what the plan is for your guys' 2022, like vending, like do you guys plan on vending it all much next year, or is it going to be more like minimal, just showing up?
Yeah, Tinley, St. Louis, probably.
Schaumburg,
yeah.
Those 3 shows.
The big shows within a few hours of here.
Mm-hmm. Not Texas, too long.
So much better just
maybe,
to visit.
Yeah, maybe
hang out at the
someday.
Resort, you know?
Yeah. Oh man, I miss Bill. Fuck.
Dude, yeah, I had a really good time at his pad. You guys know how it is when you're there. It's like fucking, you're just luxury. You know what I mean? It's resort status.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it was an awesome time hanging out there. Barbecue food wasn't that great, unfortunately, Patrick. I have to throw you under the bus. I don't know what it is, bro. The spot I went in Longview, Texas, like literally made an imprint in my head. But I just really need a good barbecue experience, Texas. Whoever out there in Texas could please take MJ, and I'll probably have my 2 friends with me too. But just take us to a really good Texas place, barbecue place, please. That's all I ask. I don't know why it's so hard. I do know the spot that I was obsessed about is 2.5 hours away from Bill's place. So, like, if we ever do go there and we're just bored, even though we're never bored there, I'm just saying.
What I was gonna say,
5 hours of driving just to eat. And what sucks because after you eat that kind of food, you don't want to do nothing but just lay down and go to sleep. So I can't imagine eating that food and then driving 2.5 hours back. Like, fuck. Right, maybe someday. You never know. Day by day. So other than the scrubs, Steven, as far as, production wise, being a high goal on your list of what you have going on over there, what's going on with the ball pythons? Because you're hatching, from what I've seen, you're hatching some fucking crazy, and you haven't really put it out there, and I'm sorry if I'm bringing it up, I'm throwing it under the bus yet, but you got some cool ass fucking ball python shit going on that's really making you wake up and make you realize that ball pythons
we're getting into it again, heavy.
What's good?
We had a weird clutch. Still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. It seems like it's a partial partho, partial normal, like non-partho clutch.
Yeah. That made a lot of sense.
Well,
I totally followed it.
Copy.
Got it.
So we 5.
Should I grab one of them?
Yeah.
What? Okay, let me.
Yeah, grab one.
We had 5 eggs go the distance from this clutch. 2 of them, they looked like these 2 died in the egg. They looked like axanthic pieds, damn near.
Yeah.
Where the male was a Hypo GHI Mojave Pastel. The female was an axanthic leopard pinstripe. And I produced both of these snakes. So sneaky genetics, it's like the probability of something weird being in there, especially with recessive, was almost impossible.
Are these good ones?
Yeah, this is the one from the clutch. So these 2 axanthic pied looking ones didn't make it. And then out of it, the other 3 hatched. 1 died the next day. These are the 2 siblings. This is the one that did not look partho. So to me, that looks like a leopard lemon blast, and it would be double het axanthic hypo. And then this is the other sibling, which is
What?
Looks to be
I don't know
axanthic
what I'm doing here.
pinstripe. So Warren says that is perfectly normal. Okay.
I want to see that one.
Very curious to know more about that, because then the other baby.
Wait, what's perfectly normal?
I guess if I'm following the partially parthenogenic, partially normal reproduction clutch. The third baby that didn't make it, I'll try to pull up a picture, was very weird. It almost looks like
so
damn,
angry.
It looked like an axanthic
Okay, I'll put you back.
leopard
put you
lemon
away.
blast.
You little shit.
Which doesn't make so. This is it. It's obviously a visual axanthic, which would have been parthenogenesis, leopard pinstripe, but it looks like it has pastel in it, which the mom didn't have pastel, the dad did, and it didn't make it. So I mean, maybe that wasn't the case, but.
Damn, that one right there was sick. You also the 2 other ones that were pied were fucking amazing looking too.
Seeing it through the egg, yeah, it was crazy.
And
Were they fully formed when they came out? Where they were?
They didn't come out at all.
You should have cut those.
Part of me thinks that they maybe were just like partially developed in the egg and didn't ever develop their full adult or like their full pigment. But like that's the picture in the egg that I got, and
that's crazy.
Which, it wasn't alive, so that could have literally just been
underdeveloped.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. So, because they're on either side, there was no chance of. There was I think that the female would have been like 25% poshet pied at best. So
That's crazy.
Which I think by the rules of parthenogenesis, she wouldn't have been able to produce a visual pied anyway, I don't think. But also, I'm not Warren Booth, so I'm talking out of my ass.
So I mean,
Warren responded in the comments. This is a first-time breeder. She was a virgin female, so could not have been retained sperm.
I like the sperm storage, though. I think I'm gonna go with that from now on.
Sperm storage.
Sperm storage.
Sperm container.
Alliteration
AKA
works well too.
Retain sperm.
Sperm hoarder.
Oh man.
So, but yeah, it was weird. But
conversation about sperm tonight.
It's a whole lot of sperm.
Anyway, though, but yeah, so we have some females that that were growing up for this year that are pretty cool. One I think we kind of have to show her off because she is fucking cool as hell.
What snakes are they? What are we talking about right now? Ball pythons still or no?
Yeah, the one that you are always trying to
swoop.
buy.
Let me see.
It's just super pretty and bright and.
Oh my god, yes, you son of a bitch.
So let's go to the. So this is Hypo, Super Pastel, Enchi. And honestly, the camera really isn't picking this up. She's like
orange.
I mean, it almost hurts to look at her. Like, to be totally honest, she's just bright as can be.
Big girl too, right? Well, how much? Like 18, like 2,000 grams.
Something like that. Yeah, she's really good size. And then the male that we're going to be pairing to her, I think, if all works out, will be. I'll just grab him. Might as well. I mean, it would be really. It could produce something much cooler than that.
Are you excited to get back into ball pythons, Des, or what?
Yeah, I am.
So it's this guy here.
But he's got certain projects, so I have to reel it in with what we already have.
So this is a Hypo GHI Enchi Pastel. So out of that pair, obviously the big hope would be the Super Enchi, which I think would just make it all the brighter and higher contrast, and hopefully hit the GHI as well. I think that these two snakes, they both have that really bright Hypo Enchi look, and I think I've never produced a Super Enchi, so that would be something I'd be stoked about. The possibility of GHI, I don't know. I love ball pythons,
You want to know who else? You want to know who else? You want to know who else loves ball pythons? You want to know who else loves ball pythons?
Tell me.
Bill Steele.
Oh, yeah, you're fucking late. Jesus Christ.
Because we started talking about royals. He heard the royal python.
I'm so glad they were within the perfect length.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes.
We got the length of the rodent card.
We did it
Fuck
right.
yeah.
We got it right. Did you see my note, Bill? I made a note for you on that box.
Yeah, where the fuck's my
I
note?
packed that fucking box myself. Well, I didn't pack your box. You want some more rodents?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Hey,
I need some
we're gonna
magnets.
send you some test boxes.
Yeah.
What?
We're redesigning our packaging.
You want to talk about this?
All right,
No,
let's talk about it.
Surprise.
Oh, okay.
I mean, kinda. I mean, who cares, right?
Let's talk about it. Spit it.
So we
Aw, Bill. I love you.
So basically, we're trying to redesign our packaging a bit. The biggest thing that we're trying to do is get rid of or I guess replace the way that we currently are insulating boxes. We just use normal, fiberglass house insulation. It works well, but you get it and you throw it away. Or, I've heard from some people, like Andrew today, told me that he reuses it for shipping reptiles.
Damn, really?
Yeah, which is like great, but for Andrew doing that, how many people are just throwing it right away?
Yeah.
Right.
What we're working with our shipping supplier. We're trying to go to 100% recyclable packaging.
Oh, cool.
So we're working on a biodegradable, recyclable insulation, to where literally you'd be able to recycle the entire package you get from us.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which I think I can kind of confidently say we would be the only feeder supplier who could make that claim. The other companies use either wrapped fiberglass or even worse, the styrofoam coolers that literally are just fucking landfill fillers. Patrick, are you talking about Central Market?
Oh, hell yes.
Or are you talking about barbecue?
Where did we go? We went someplace. Where did we go that one time?
We went to that place
Where you got a ticket? It was like a carnival.
It looked like the freaking Wild West. I don't know what it was called, but it was cool. I mean,
is it the one that Dave told us to go to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave Levison told us to go there. I can't remember what it's called either, but
yeah. But anyway, fuck. So packaging. We got to do some fucking Central Market, man. We got to do some tests, and you're going to be one of our test subjects. So next time you do rodents, we're going to send you a box with the new box, the new installation, and just see how it all works out.
Yeah.
Because
you're in a 4-day zone, so you're the farthest.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Works.
I need mammoth rats, so we can do
Well,
that.
Good fucking luck, man. Mammoth rats are a commodity these days. Hopefully we can have some for you, but like,
What about whale shark?
well, ever since you stopped taking the whale sharks, you stopped bagging them as whale sharks.
I never stopped taking the whale sharks.
Why
Did
did you stop taking them?
I thought
I sold all my retics. I
Yeah.
got rid of all my retics, but I still need them though. I still have.
the Andrew one. So
And I have another one that could take one too. So
okay. Well, we'll hook it up with the whale shark.
but anyways, wait, hold on. What happened with the ASFs? I mean, isn't there gonna be a point where you guys will start having those available or no?
We have some bags in the freezer right now. It's just we were at a point where we needed to kind of rein in our rat production.
Right.
So when we're trying to even like stabilize that, even thinking about breeding ASFs was just not even a consideration. Or like we have ASFs, we don't have a lot of them, but like ramping up ASF production wasn't even a thought for the last like probably 3-4 months. We'd sure like to, but it's going to come with time. We just have so much shit going on right now that man, these comments, they're hard to it's hard to concentrate on the show. But hopefully we'll be able to offer ASFs at some point.
Let's check my poll.
It's not going to happen this year. Hopefully some point next year. We'll get there when we can. So we might have another thing coming up here fairly soon. Something we'll be able to offer people that damn, who said no?
Seriously? Here, I gotta find out.
But
What? What's this? Whoa! What do you
Tag
want?
you, bro.
you gotta
Text
do
me
that.
what?
High five.
Yeah. We voted no on that.
What are we looking at here?
Being great.
Our homie?
Damn.
What?
Alex, you hate
Alex, what a hater.
Alex.
What
man.
just happened? Can you please update me?
Can you please check your Instagram?
Is it on like what are we looking at?
Oh,
It's a story.
oh, I can't do it. Okay, hang on.
Alex was hating. Alex is trying to get served.
You see the poll? I did a poll.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
And so it was like, what was that 40%?
Who wants Carl? Oh, it's 29%.
Well,
And
anyway.
okay, we'll find. Yeah, we'll talk more about that.
Anyway, Alex, I thought I knew you better.
They're gonna blame it on the. Oh, I didn't mean to hit it. Sorry, I was just trying to go to the next story. That's why I tried. I did polls, and I would be like, oh, who's a fucking hater? Oh, this motherfucker. Get up in their face. Oh no, I'm sorry. I hit my finger. It hit the wrong button. You son of a bitch.
Anyway, God, we are all over the fucking place. What the fuck are we talking about?
Sperm.
Again?
ASF sperm.
ASFs. You were talking about ASFs.
Sperm.
No, at some point, once the rodent production is where you want it to be, then you will concentrate on the ASF shit.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yes, sir.
But the mice, how would you say the mice flow is going compared to your rat?
Rats are obviously always a lot more. That's a majority of our demand.
The rats.
So that's the main focus of the breeding. Obviously mice following ASFs are just kind of like for ourselves.
Right.
Mice are a lot harder to breed than rats always. So, and right now there's like somehow a fucking mouse shortage in the country. You can't find mice damn near anywhere. And we always stay right around, we've been staying right around sold out on like almost all of our mice recently. So we're trying our best to keep up with it, but it's hard for us to complain, but obviously we want to be able to supply everyone with as many mice as they need. So,
you know what? One thing we need to supply, like there's a huge request list, and you know about this. Des knows about this. I mean, fuck, it's been going on for I don't know how long. But what's up? Where's Carl? How's Carl? Like, is Carl good? I mean, is there tabs on him? I heard he came back, but I heard he's like I heard he has PTSD from being bullied. Like, I heard there's a lot going on with the guy right now.
Like COVID twice.
Yeah, sick. They got a girl pregnant in Brazil by accident, but she lost his virginity. That's good.
Shit, I didn't hear that part. Finally, Carl, man. He's had one hell of a year. He's got some stories to tell. But he was stuck in Brazil. He wasn't able to leave. He got his passport stolen. He had some opportunity to do some great field research, some population surveys, but he wasn't able to get back to the U.S. He did get COVID on 2 separate occasions. I think he said number 2 was not nearly as bad as number 1, but he had to stop his population survey for COVID number 1. That's for sure. But really, he got bullied into leaving the country. Carl just got excited to speak his mind finally and talk about conservation, and literally he got bullied into exile.
I thought I heard the door knocking. Is that somebody here? I think somebody might be here.
I think so.
Go check. Go get the door.
Uh-oh.
No
way. He can't.
Somebody's knocking on our door.
Well, if it's one thing that this brings a good example to the table on how many people try to speak their mind in a hobby like this and they get shitted on and they get pushed out because who are you to speak your mind? Well, anyone's allowed to speak your mind. If it's one thing about Carl, he may have might have gotten worked up, but he always had a point. Carl always had a point to what he was talking about. So if
valid too.
Super valid. So that's why it's like at the end of the day, the ones who are not too keen to listen to Carl weren't the ones that were trying to hear it. They didn't want to hear the facts.
They didn't want to hear the facts. No.
100%.
Yeah, let me go see what's going on over here.
Oh God. I can't guarantee you guys anything. I don't know if Carl is going to be tapping in with us right now, but I can tell you right now, the guy has been missed. And, I want to make sure that nothing bad happened to him while he was locked up in Brazil. Oh shit. There he is. It's Carl. He's back. Carl's back!
You motherfuckers.
Carl's
so much! I'm so glad
Carl's back, ladies and gentlemen. Carl! Conservation Carl is here. What is good, buddy? How are you? You okay?
Oh, I'm just, it's all fucking rainbows and fucking butterflies. It's fucking beautiful. I love it here. Oh, Indiana with their hills and mountains and diversity of reptiles and wildlife. Oh, it's just fucking, I love it here. Yeah, no, Carl is so thrilled to not be in Brazil anymore, for fuck's sake.
Dude, I didn't think we were going to get you back there for a second, man. I was trying to keep tabs on you, and I don't know what was going on. I know you're getting a lot of groundwork down there, but how was your field work in Brazil? How'd that plan out?
It's what I do. I love being in the field. I love researching. I love the wild. I hate the human race. So me being out in the fucking Amazon in Brazil is everything I could ever fucking ask for. Okay. But I had family asking about me and, friends, and the internet was like, oh, where's Carl? Where's Carl? I'm like, okay, you know what? To shut everybody up, I'll just come back and now look, whoop-de-fuck, here I am. Okay.
Carl, if I could say one thing, man, a lot of people did miss the things that you would talk about because you did bring a lot of great facts to the table.
What do you think I'm doing out here? You think I'm here to make fun of people, to just talk shit? Like, I'm not just Carl, I'm conservation Carl. What about conservation isn't fucking clicking with people?
Yeah.
Really, like,
what is it about conservation that you felt like you really took away leading Brazil? Like, I mean, do you feel like they have a lot better grasp on how to keep their environment down there? You feel like compared to us Americans, or what would you say?
There's pockets of people who care about their environment. Pardon me, and people who don't give a flying fuck. And that second demographic, I don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got a little hood.
They're not my people. They're not my people. Obviously down in the Amazon rainforest, it is being cleared for agriculture, for logging, for all this bullshit. And, I'm not about it, but then there are people who go to, who have accumulated good amount of wealth through one means or another, who will literally just buy acreage in the Amazon, wherever, and protect it as land for the animals, for just the ecosystem to continue and not be destroyed and pillaged. And I honestly, that is one of, in my opinion, the most noble causes, because you're not using that money for your own personal fucking whatever the fuck, and spending money on whatever, that's fine. The economy needs to continue, as we've kind of seen right now. We've paused the American economy, and it worked fucking wonderfully. Okay, less than half the population's working or some dumb shit. I can't even get deli cups for my fucking snakes at home. My rough green snake project, I went on a Uline the other day. We're sold out of 8-ounce deli cups. What the fuck? I'm in my breeding projects, I don't have many. I'm all about cleanliness, and if I can't throw away that deli cup every week, I get the tingles. Yeah, I can't do it.
I thought you were against private sector breeding. I thought you weren't allowed.
Against private sector breeding for the sake of one's own ego and the self-serving breeding. The captivity is a fine balance to where, is it necessary at this point in human history? Absolutely. Because if we left these animals alone, they would just continue to fucking disappear. Now we're in a mass extinction event. This is fucking brutal. And it is one that has not been naturally brought upon. It is what we have done to ourselves. And not ourselves, we've done it to our animals. As the human population, fucking boom. We need 8 billion people, right? We need 8 fucking billion people on this planet. In my opinion, we don't. In my opinion, we need fucking biodiversity, okay? We need better biodiversity, which actually was already fucking here. We just need to maintain said biodiversity. So if these animals are not, I don't need a conservation Carly, okay?
Warren. He's in a Brazil tricks now.
But
Fuck you, Warren.
Fuck you, Warren.
Who the fuck am I then?
Okay, you know what? This is about here. Do I need to sit this close to be the center of fucking attention? I've been gone for damn near a year, and you're gonna ask about conservation Carly? The nerve.
Oh my
nerve
God.
of some people okay, you know what? I've already put too much energy into this, into whatever the fuck this little sidetrack was. Okay. Anyway, so at this point in human history, we need.
I'll just go over here in the comments.
Okay.
Let him go. Let him speak.
Humans and
That's
animals
right.
must coexist to maintain these animals in the long run. It's just we need to do this responsibly. Like one thing that I've been very upset about over the last 6 months or so is the reptile hobbies take on Abronia in captivity. Everyone's like, oh, look at me. I bought some smuggled Abronia from a reptile show. I'm a conservationist. Like, no, you're the fucking problem, okay? There's a very fine line between captivity benefiting these animals and captivity destroying these animals' populations in the wild faster than the environmental impact. The environment doesn't have to be there if the animals aren't fucking there. If they're not there, what the fuck is the point of the habitat if there's no animals to be in that habitat? The point is to have both of them there. If the human race has this dying need to own these animals and to touch them and shit, then we as the responsible herpetologists and herpetoculturalists, it is our responsibility to be able to fulfill that demand with animals that we don't need to pick out of a tree, and to educate. And this educate should be the word of the day. Word of the day, educate those who maybe are just misguided. You know, some people are egomaniacal narcissists because they want to be. Some people are egomaniacal narcissists because they just don't know any fucking better. And for those who just don't know any fucking better, we gotta just fucking teach them better. As those who, Conservation Carl, I am not an egomaniacal narcissist, okay? Even though the camera is just on me and is how it should be, I'm letting you, MJ, stay in the frame. You should be fucking grateful that you are in the same frame.
I'm happy you're here, bro. Trust me. Listen, you're somebody. Listen, the world's not going to get more Carl if Carl's not here to speak.
I mean, yeah, it could be anybody. It could be fucking conservation Dave, conservation fucking Stan. It could be fucking anybody, honestly. I don't need to be Mr. Conservation Guy. I tried to not be Mr. Conservation Guy for a year because I had so many people being like, "Oh, Carl, you're mocking conservation." It's like, "Oh,
yeah."
What are you fucking talking about?
How did that make you feel, Carl? That when after all these episodes of you going in and giving us your energy, that you just got kind of a response that you're just kind of making it a joke,
I literally moved to fucking Brazil over it. I moved to fucking Brazil. Like I needed to cut the toxicity out of my life, so I literally moved to a different country, and I got COVID. I did all right, but I wasn't in a great headspace. The time in the field put me in a much better headspace. And now I'm back, hopefully a little calmer, a little less bombastic than I was last year when I pissed off the fucking world. Maybe because my voice is not as fucking
deviated septum.
Yeah, I have a deviated septum.
Your voice did get a tad bit deeper from what I could hear. So
yeah, I mean, that's what
some maturity went down. Some maturity went down in Brazil for sure. I don't know what happened, but
ayahuasca is a hell of a fucking drug. Let's just say.
Yeah, Carl.
I was the fucking fertilance, for a little bit. I was the fertilance fucking through the leaf litter, trying to find my prey, knowing that I could fuck up whoever I'm around. That's where I got my confidence. I was a fertilance while I was on ayahuasca in the Amazon rainforest, and I try to embody that in my everyday life. I may no longer see my physical body as a fertilance. In my mind, I am a fertilance. And I with that power comes a responsibility to tame the fertilance as frequently as possible. Anyway, back
Carl, do us a favor. That you're back and you obviously have so much to tell us. Sign us off with a peace of mind, something that you want to tell us about, if you don't mind. Like let's go ahead and end this podcast with a bang. But I want it to be something that you like to either get off your chest or maybe just whatever. But you have the floor right now, and I want to hear it from you.
Well, and this is a lot of pressure. I wasn't expecting this. You think, hey, I had a year to fucking think about what to say on the last episode. Maybe I could come up with something worth a fuck. And if it ends up not being worth a fuck, then whatever. It is what it is. I just, my time in the wild, not being around humans, made me realize that us as a species, we are ungrateful little shits. We are the worst. Humans fucking suck. And, we do it to our fucking selves. Humans are ruining humans, and humans are ruining everything around. And humans just need to fucking, get over your fucking self, damn near. Like, you're not that important, fucking human. I see a native bird outside. I'm like, you are way more important than every human I've seen today. And
Just a native bird.
I see a broad-banded water snake. I'm like, you're far more important than any fucking human I've seen. I'm sorry to you that humans exist in the fucking scale that they do. And whether it's, talking on a podcast like I am, or just live your life as if you're grateful to have the fucking planet you do, because if you don't, fuck you. I'm very grateful for this planet I live on. I wish where I am currently was a little bit cooler, like landscape wise. Like, hey, I can see 5 fucking miles if I just look up. Oh, whoop-de-fuck. I wish I had some fucking mountains, some good herping terrain. But hey, I can always drive or fly somewhere or fucking move back to Brazil and leave all of you guys for another year. I might just fucking do that.
Please don't do that. We need you here, man. We need you here.
Well,
last thing, Carl, what do you have to say to any new human out there keeping animals? Like, and maybe the younger generation, but what is your advice to the younger generation?
Egomaniacal narcissist who is using the animals for their own fucking personal gain, where it's like, oh, look at me. I'm a personality. Here's my monocle cobra. Oh, look at me. I bought a croc monitor and I've never owned a lizard before. But hey, look at my TikTok. Like, if you're that person, I might, let's say I hope we don't get on a boat together. But,
oh my God, what an episode.
Person to learn to care about the animals, to care about their environments, to care about their well-being if they are within your care, to care about the well-being of their wild counterparts and their counterparts in other hands. Just fucking care. How about that? Just fucking care. Care about what you're doing. Care about it for yourself, for the animals, for others. And if you don't, go fuck yourself.
And there you have it.
Go fuck yourself.
Episode 49. It's been a treat, and I hope you guys enjoyed Carl's being back in the building. But I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Desiree, Steven, I will check you guys next week. And yeah, don't forget Tinley. It's going down. It's going to be heavy as fuck.